Hello friends, you are on the Kladomania channel. My name is Alexander. Today's video is what I have been promising you for a long time. I arrived at a place I have been to several times. I have been here with different metal detectors, and today I have two metal detectors in my backpack. XP Deus 2 and MINELAB Manticore, both metal detectors with 11 coils. Today there will be a running test of these metal detectors. So, friends, don't switch. It will definitely be interesting further. This is such a place. I was here with XP Deus 2, with aka Intronic. I don't remember whether I was here with XP Deus or not. Now I'll walk around here. There were good finds. All sorts of different ones. So, let's see what I can manage find with these two metal detectors. So, friends, how will the test go? I will find the target with one metal detector and then I will compare with the second metal detector. I plan that I will check all the targets both colored and black, and I think that, let's say, I will find 5 to 7 targets, let's say, first XP Deus 2, and then I will check them with MINELAB Manticore. Then I will change the metal detector. That is, I will find targets, say MINELAB Manticore, 5 to 7 targets, and then compare them on XP Deus 2. These targets, both metal detectors are assembled. XP Deus 2, MINELAB Manticore. Both metal detectors with 11 coils. Now I'll probably start walking. First I'll start with MINELAB Manticore and check the signals already found with XP Deus 2. Then I'll do the opposite. I'll find signals XP Deus 2 and I'll double check MINELAB Manticore. So, friends, Manticore settings. The program is that I set low conductor sensitivity to 29, I might lower it to 28, but in principle I tried it works normally. Volume is clear. Here are the low conductors. I made the adjustment for electrical interference automatic. I'll pump out the ground balance now on site. Let's see what happens. Speed response, 3, discrimination is completely off. Upper limit, 5, lower -0. Iron volume, 7, that is, the volume of the iron can be turned off, pitch as it is convenient for the ear, the stabilizer is completely off. Polyphony, extended theme, I don't use threshold, medium profile, and multi-frequency. That's it. That's the settings I'll be using on Manticore. Here's the first signal. As I said, I'll be checking it both iron and colored signals. I think that this is some kind of iron thing, but Manticore it fades away, to be honest. That is, as you can see, it's drawing a garbled mess. Like this one. Now I'll see what Deus 2 will show. Deus 2 directly shows a piece of iron, that is, even by the sound. Now we'll check. Well, here's the signal. Horseshoe. Both metal detectors basically showed that it was iron. But to be completely honest, of course, Deus 2 more clearly recognized that it was iron. The Manticore was such a controversial signal. Well, there you go, horseshoe. Color signal VDI 22 to 23. Manticore said to dig. Deus 2 says 57 to 59. Let's check. So, friends, it turned out to be this kind of wire. Next signal 39 to 4042 is completely static. Deus 2. 75 to 7475 is a good strong signal. So friends, this is a straight cross with an eye. Excellent. Friends, I found an interesting signal. What is interesting about it? Because it is controversial. See what Manticore draws? That is, it is a non-point signal, and if so, then there is also a bend. VDI does not change. I mean that after all this is Deus 2 hardware says that this is 100% hardware. See? Despite the fact that this is very large hardware. Let's check. It turned out to be this kind of hardware ring. To be honest, Deus 2 worked better on it. I definitely wouldn't dig with D2, with Manticore, a controversial signal. So, friends, a rather controversial signal. Why controversial? Because the VDI jumps and periodically flies into the iron. But do you see where it is? This is certainly a very deep target. And so it almost does not see it at all. Although no, it does see, only here. Let's see what Deus 2 will show. Here it draws a dot, but without VDI at all. That is, such a signal, at the level of a ground glitch. I would not dig such a one, but because this is a controversial signal, I want to check it. It turned out to be iron signal, like this. What it is, it's not clear, but look at the depth. Almost 2 bayonets, and Deus 2 saw very poorly, to be honest. Manticore saw better, much better. Almost 2 bayonets. Here, 1 bayonet, well, almost 2 bayonets. I got it from the very bottom. Deus 2 saw very poorly, almost at the level of a ground glitch. Manticore saw. Of course, she colored it, but still, from one angle, she saw it as black, from another, as colored. VDI 40 to 42. Manticore says dig. VDI 75. The hodograph draws an indirect line. Croco sabers. You can't see it that way. Son, where are you? That's probably it. Yes, and that's it. It's practically straight. Well, let's check. Friends, this is a coin, 3 kopecks. What year? I don't know. All dirty. 1940, I think. Yes, the 40th. 1940, 3 kopecks. Both metal detectors said dig. So, friends, I found 6 targets, 2 black, for colored. The black targets were a horseshoe, a broken nail and colored ones, 2 wires, a straight cross and 3 USSR kopecks. I checked it with Manticore now. That is, I found a signal with Manticore, then I double-checked it with Deus 2. I'll do the opposite now. I'll start walking with Deus 2, and I'll double-check it with Manticore. Friends, XP Deus 2 metal detector settings. I'll walk on the Vesna program. You can watch all the settings on my channel. There's nothing special about it. I didn't make any changes. The only thing I did was cut out 23 to 27, noise reduction, 2, I didn't change anything else here, well, and sensitivity 95. You can see all the other settings on my channel. The first signal I found with Deus 2 was hardware. 100%. I think it's something like a nail or something else. Maybe some piece of iron. Let's see what Manticore says. Manticore says a 100% iron signal. So, friends, this is a small nail. Here it is, I hope you can see it. Both metal detectors worked well and correctly showed that it was iron. (24 to 25). Good color signal. 90 to 91. Good color signal. Coin. This is, in my opinion, 2 kopecks from the 24th year, as far as I can see. It is not visible, but in my opinion this is 2 kopecks from 1924. Both metal detectors worked well. 46. (45 to 46, even 50). Manticore shows VDI 12 to 13. Also colored signal. It turned out to be a 15 kopek coin. I can't see the year. VDI 53-54. Good color signal. What about Manticore? VDI 19 to 22. But also says, dig 20 kopecks USSR. Year? I don't see the year. Both metal detectors worked well. Very weak signal. Really on the edge. VDI 50 to 51. 52. Well, somewhere in this limit. 50 to 51, sometimes even with a breakdown into iron. Manticore 13 to 14. Shows that the target is very deep. But to be honest, a clearer signal than on Deus 2. So friends, very small coin. In Russia these coins are called flakes. They are there. Of course, there is not much of it here, but they are there. The depth is almost the bayonet of a shovel. From the very bottom. I don't know who this is here. Mikhail Fyodorovich, I think. I think I've come across Mikhail Fyodorovich here. Well, first of all, probably the test we can finish. Deus 2 saw right on the edge. Manticore saw better, to be honest, but they both saw it. If you know the place and walk around, they'll both see it. That is, both can find, but you have to walk around. You have to know, but I just know this place, that's why I listen to all the signals here. But in fact, we saw both metal detectors, Manticore a little better. So, friends, well, this test is over. I'll be honest, it wasn't easy. Walking with 2 metal detectors, rechecking each signal. First one, then the other, despite the fact that you don't know what kind of signal. This is not in a pit, when you are absolutely sure what kind of signal is there, and you know exactly what to wind up, where to wind up, and this is exactly a walking search. I promised you to record this video, I recorded it. Check the signals found by Manticore, the Deus 2. Check the signals found by Deus 2, Manticore. There were black signals, and colored ones. In general, all sorts. You saw all this in the video. What can I say? What is the conclusion? Basically, plus or minus these metal detectors are the same. What Manticore, what Deus 2, they see signals plus or minus the same. The only thing is, here is a deep signal. When the scales came across Manticore, it seemed to me that she saw a little clearer. But I would have seen it with Deus 2 too, because I know this place. I have been in this place 4 or 5 times for sure. I know there are scales here. I wouldn't miss that signal. If you came to a new place and didn't know what kind of signals you were getting, in principle, maybe you could miss the signal. But with headphones, I doubt it. Especially since I was on the spring program. If I installed walking, but the walking program isn't working right now. There is so much moisture here that it's just the ground bugs are coming. I tried it on the chassis, it didn't work. Manticore works very well. Right, it doesn't matter what kind of soil, it works right very well. Considering that I was driving on a sensitivity of 28, what conclusion can be drawn from all this? And if you are faced with a choice between Deus 2 or Manticore, then I would advise this. If you have previously had a metal detector from the company MINELAB, get the Manticore. You can't go wrong. If you also want to walk on the beach, like I do underwater, that is, meaning lowering the metal detector into the water up to my chest, get the Manticore. It has a small coil. There is also a coil for Deus 2 now, but I am not going to buy it. But you never know. What's wrong with Deus 2 for underwater search? This is it, the flying off block. And this is what I don't like. If you want to go on reconnaissance missions and you had a metal detector from XP, definitely get Deus 2. You won't go wrong. The metal detector is excellent. So, what have I decided for myself? I promised you to record this video, and after this video I will tell you summary. What have I decided for myself? So for myself I have decided this. I will walk with Deus 2 for reconnaissance. Well, that is, when you need to go a long way, when you need to cover a lot of distance, often crossings, and so on, definitely Deus 2. It's light, it's wireless, that's a huge plus. When I go to the beach, it's definitely Manticore. No question about it. I have a small reel, I don't need to buy a small reel for Deus 2. I go straight to the beach and take Manticore. If I go to knock out some place, then Manticore will probably still be a priority for me. Why? Because I have a large 15 by 12 reel for it. And another plus in favor of Manticore. Manticore is easier to set up than Deus 2. It is more clearly configured than Deus 2. And if you were a beginner, you want a professional metal detector, then definitely Manticore. Deus 2 is still more complicated. I'll be honest, it is more complicated. That's why it is like that. But, friends, of course, the final conclusion is only yours. Each of us has our own preferences. Someone will prefer Deus 2, someone Manticore, someone Equinox, and someone Legend. It's up to you to decide. Each of us has our own preferences. Each of us has our own wallet. If you have any questions, or if I haven't told or shown you something enough in detail, please write in the comments to this video. I will definitely answer your question. The season is just beginning. I've only made a few outings. While the season is beginning, so to speak, weak. But it's okay, I'm not despairing. I hope that it will still get going and there will be interesting exits. Therefore, friends, those who are not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. My channel is on YouTube, on RooTube, and on Zen. All videos are duplicated everywhere. In the meantime, I suggest you watch other videos on my channel Kladomania.